My parents got divorced when I was 15, and it was messy as hell. Mom moved out and Dad kept the house. At first, everything seemed normal. My room stayed exactly how I left it. Band posters on the walls, my gaming setup in the corner, clothes scattered everywhere like a tornado hit it. Dad was actually trying to be the cool parent at first. He'd order pizza for dinner 3 nights in a row and let me stay up as late as I wanted. I thought maybe the divorce wouldn't be so bad after all. Then about 6 months later, Dad started dating this woman named Crystal. Yeah, I know, the name should have been a red flag. She was one of those people who smile too much and try way too hard to be your friend. Every time she came over, she'd be like, "Hey kiddo, how's school?" in this fake, cheerful voice that made my skin crawl. Crystal had this annoying habit of rearranging stuff in our house. She'd move the coffee maker to a different counter and claim it had better feng shui or whatever. She switched out Dad's beer for some organic kombucha crap that tasted like dirt, but I figured it was just typical new girlfriend behavior. The real problem started when Crystal moved in permanently. Dad didn't even ask me how I felt about it. One day I came home from school and half her junk was already in the living room. Boxes of scented candles, throw pillows with inspirational quotes, and this weird crystal collection that she claimed had healing powers. But here's where it gets really messed up. Crystal worked from home doing some kind of online consulting thing. She kept complaining that she needed a proper office space with good lighting and privacy for her Zoom calls. Our house only had 3 bedrooms. Dad's room, my room, and this tiny guest room that was basically a closet with a window. I was at Mom's house for the weekend when it happened. When I came back Sunday night, I walked upstairs to my room and almost had a heart attack. My door was wide open, and everything was completely different. My bed was gone. My gaming setup was gone. My posters were rolled up in the corner like trash. Instead, there was this ugly white desk, a filing cabinet, and one of those exercise balls that people use as chairs. The walls were painted this gross beige color that looked like baby vomit. But here's the kicker. In the corner where my bed used to be, there was now a pull-out couch. Not even a decent one. It was one of those cheap ones from a furniture warehouse that feels like sleeping on a pile of rocks. I stood there for like 5 minutes just staring. Then I heard Crystal's voice behind me. "Surprise! We turned your room into a multi-purpose space. You can still sleep here when you visit, but now I have somewhere proper to work when you visit." Like I was some kind of house guest in my own home. I lost it. I started yelling about how this was my room, how they had no right to touch my stuff without asking. Crystal just stood there with this fake sympathetic look and said, "Honey, you're only here half the time now anyway. It makes sense to use the space more efficiently." Dad appeared and tried to calm me down, but I could tell he was on her side. He kept saying things like, "It's just temporary," and "Your stuff is safe in the garage," and "You'll get used to it." But I knew it wasn't temporary. This was Crystal marking her territory. The worst part was discovering what happened to my things. My gaming console was in Dad's room now, which meant I had to ask permission to use my own stuff. My clothes were stuffed into 2 plastic bins in the closet. My desk lamp, the one I'd had since I was 10, was apparently donated because it didn't match the new office aesthetic. I tried sleeping on that pull-out couch exactly once. The springs dug into my back all night, and every time I moved, the whole thing creaked loud enough to wake up the neighbors. Plus, Crystal had set up her essential oil diffuser right next to where my pillow was, so I spent the whole night breathing in some weird lavender-eucalyptus combo that gave me a headache. The next morning, I packed my stuff and went back to Mom's. I told Dad I wasn't coming back until I had a real room again. He said I was being dramatic and that plenty of families have multi-purpose spaces, but I wasn't talking about multi-purpose. I was talking about my childhood bedroom being erased like I never existed. Crystal even had the nerve to send me texts saying she understood why I was upset and that we should work together to find a solution. Her solution was putting up a curtain divider so I could have privacy while she worked. A curtain in what used to be my own room. It's been 8 months now and I still refuse to stay there overnight.